Good morning. It is March 25th, 2021. It is a Thursday. It's coming up on 9:15 in the morning, and we're going to go over the rules of the day. These rules are put in the video, so when I look back, I can remember, what state I was in at that time, how I was supposed to be trading that day. There are 6 rules. I am currently in trader rehab. In other words, I am trading in paper trade mode due to a slew of recent bad decisions. Just trying to get back on track. I'm doing good. Yesterday was a great day. So we're going to be trading like normal, but we're in paper trade mode. Number 2, a hard stop is required. Number 3, only place an order when a stock presents a setup in a 5-minute chart. I'm looking for bull flags and bear flags. Only trade between 9:30 and noon. Do not chase an entry. And I'm going to be sizing my trades according to a $200 risk level at the moment. All right, there are a couple stocks on the watch list this morning. One of them is right there in front of you, CYTH. She has popped up. It's got some news on a phase 2 study. It's already popped up, pulled back, and now it's climbing again. That's the most promising one on the list this morning. There's only a couple. There's no major movers. We got APOP. It's already popped twice and has pulled back and now is starting to climb again, so it may enter the day with some strength. And HWCC. It has popped and is now just trading sideways. Actually, it's going to be acquired, so this may just trade sideways. There's probably acquired for $5.30 a share. So this probably is not going to go anywhere. So that's not even on the list. And there's a couple others that have popped, like ENOB. And that's in SINO, but both of those have basically faded back already. But we'll see what they do. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and I'll bring you back when I have something of interest. All right, as you can see with the time at the bottom of the screen there, this is a voiceover for an after the fact. I'm going to walk you through the mess that created this negative $282. Because while I was doing these trades, I had messed up the recording. I had like this trade screen up on another screen, so I was sitting there talking about the trade, but the trade wasn't even on the screen. And then later on in the trade, I had my microphone muted for like 5 minutes, and I'm sitting there talking about what was going on. So it was just so messed up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to just walk through it really quick. There are 3 trades in this 282. Here is the first. And basically there was only one decent trade in this and out of the 3, and I messed that one up too. So it started out in the morning of pulling back hard here. It was wanting to drop, and I was looking at the daily here of how erratic it's been, of how hard it's been wanting to pull back and everything. So I was looking at it for a short until it started to climb. And then I just kept it on the radar to watch it to see if it gave me a setup. Well, it came up and it hit 450 in this candle and pulled back down to like 435. And then, so it looked like it was trying to bounce off of 450 and start coming down. And that's usually not a setup that I mess with. I usually don't try to catch shorts at the top. So, but it was 10:20 already, and I hadn't had any trades, and I think I was just getting bored. So I was looking for something, which I shouldn't do, but I did. So I got in this at 438 short, right here. And it went back down, it bounced around, played around in this 5-minute candle for a few minutes, and then it just started to climb. And when it crossed back over 450, my stop was right at 451. So I got out at 453, and I think that was $150. negative there. So I watched it, and it spiked over 5 and then started to drop. So dropped, and then right there I was like, okay, that looks like a good bull flag forming. So I put my entry right above this candle to go long, and I got in at 475. The top of this candle was 474. I got in at 475 when it broke it, and it just started to climb. It looked really good. I had my target, my order set to sell at 545. Yeah. And at 543, it got halted, and it came to a screeching halt. So I was like, okay. And I just reevaluated the situation, and I was like, it climbed pretty hard and fast. I think it's going to pop. And so I put my orders, I split my position, and I put one like at 460 and one at like 475 or something like that. And it came out of the halt 5 minutes later and just started to drop and drop. And I had to stop out. I actually just watched this profit just go away and turn into a loss. It was a small loss, like $60 or something like that, but still, that was just ridiculous of me. And of course, it got worse. When it dropped like this, I seen this drop here, and it went through the averages. Basically, if you look right here, there's the beginning of the climb, right? It gave up the entire climb. And I saw this as a turn to the short side, so I shorted it. And let's see, was it right here? Yeah, there's 2 orders here. I sold my original 364 that I was in, and I shorted at 500 shares in this candle. Shorted at 458. And she danced around for a while, actually went, down to 440. And it was looking good, but then it consolidated. I was like, okay, it's going to do something. I kept moving my stop down. I had it above $5 right here at 501 because I figured if it broke 5, it would definitely climb. But I kept following it down. I was getting tighter and tighter because it was wanting to do one or the other. And then it popped. So when it broke this candle here, I got out at 470. So 458 to 470 is 12 cents, 500 shares. So another loss. And that's how I ended it. I left this thing. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Okay, you want another thing? I did. I left it alone. I left this. That was my last trade. I got out at 470. But to make things worse, somehow I left an order open to go short at 454, which I think was below, what was it? Oh, it was below all these candles. So below all this, I was like, if it drops down there, I'm going to go short. And then I forgot to delete it. So later on in the day, while I was in another trade, I heard my order process, and I was like, what is going on? What just happened? Well, it went short here, and I didn't know it until later in the day. And she was dancing around, and I noticed it about here. And I watched it. When it got up in this area here, I doubled my position because I was thinking it may have some problems around 5, and it did. She dumped hard, and I put my stop at break even, or my sell order at break even, because this was a totally accidental trade, and I wasn't going to go making money on something that, wasn't on purpose. I'm doing this trading to get my stuff straight, and I don't want something silly like this to mess up my numbers. So Even though this, probably could have, if I would have played it well, could have made me all my money back. Actually, definitely could have. But, you know. All right, I'm watching KOSS here. KOSS. I was about to get in it short at 24.20, and then it just flushed. Like, seriously, about 30 seconds after I decided not to do it. I was going to wait for a setup. So what I'm going to do here is wait for it to pull back to the 9. And I'm going to get in at the 9. All right, we just got in. 23.42 is the entry. And we're going to go ahead and let this play out and see where it gets for us. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up for what I actually should have been in for. So low of 22.82. We're going to get in when it breaks below 22.80. All right, we're in. I set my first target at 22.25. What the? Oh my gosh, it dropped all the way to 22.12 before I could even put my target in. That's insane. All right, there's half my position. Jeez, it dropped all the way down there and went right back up. That's insane. All right, I'll put my other one way down here at 21.5. stopped out before she pops over 23. I'll wait for the true breakdown. I'll put it here and move it up under this candle when it closes. There it is. All right, there's one of them. All right, 362. We'll take that, and we are going to call it a day. All right, here's the summary of the day. I had, rail was a trade I shouldn't have been in at all. It wasn't a good setup, or it wasn't any setup. I just took it because I was being an idiot. This was a good trade, but got halted right before I made my profit, and then I was dumb enough to watch it go back down. And this one was more or less a revenge trade because I was upset about this one. So the only good trade there on rail was this one, and I didn't take the profit when I had the chance. KOSS was pretty good. I went in 3 different times, and it played out well. So, yeah, I made my money back plus some. So ended the day about 79 bucks up. Not the greatest day, but it's a profit, and I'll take it. So, we'll see you tomorrow.